All right, so we're tackling pipeline superintendent interviews today.
Yeah, getting you ready for the real deal.
We've got a ton of resources from RoleCatcher.
Yeah, their career guides, interview guides.
Even details about their AI tools.
All to give you an edge in your interview.
So think of this deep dive as like your secret weapon.
Your shortcut to interview success.
We'll be hitting the key questions.
Some really great insider tips from the career guides.
And, of course, how RoleCatcher's AI can help.
Boost your odds of getting that job.
Okay, so before we jump into the questions,
Yeah.
let's talk about what a pipeline superintendent actually does.
Right, like what do they actually do day to day?
RoleCatcher's career guide actually paints a really interesting picture.
Yeah, you know, it's way more than just dealing with pipes.
So give us the rundown.
Yeah, you're talking about leading teams, managing resources, and you're making sure everything is safe and compliant.
Right, keeping those projects on schedule.
Absolutely, and within budget, too.
It's like you're responsible for everything.
Yeah, from the big picture strategy to the day-to-day operations.
That sounds like a really demanding job,
It definitely can be.
but probably super rewarding, too.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's get into the interview questions.
Okay.
RoleCatcher has actually identified 10 key questions.
10 key questions that often come up in interviews for this role.
Exactly. Are you ready to dive in?
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay, question number 1, and this one might seem easy.
All right.
What inspired you to pursue a career as a pipeline superintendent?
Right, it seems like an easy one, but
It's your chance to show your passion.
yeah, you really got to sell them on your excitement.
So what's a good approach for this one?
Well, instead of just saying you like engineering.
Or construction.
Right, exactly. You got to go deeper.
Go deeper.
Think about what drew you to pipelines specifically.
All right.
Like, was it the scale of the projects, the impact on energy,
Yeah.
that feeling of, building something that connects communities?
Yeah, that's a good point, like connecting it back to the bigger picture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The real world impact.
And don't be afraid to personalize it.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Talk about your journey.
Yeah. Did you have a mentor who inspired you?
Huh?
Or maybe like a specific project that sparked your interest?
Right. Those personal stories
They can really make a connection with the interviewer.
make it memorable.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's move on to question number 2.
All right, what do we got?
What experience do you have in managing pipeline construction projects?
All right, so this is where you really get to show off your expertise.
Yeah, it's all about proving you've got the skills.
And remember, you got to use specific examples.
Right, not just listing projects you've worked on.
Exactly. Talk about the challenges.
The decisions you made.
And the outcomes.
So for instance, instead of just saying, I managed a large project,
Right.
you could say something like, I led a team of 50 in completing a 100-mile pipeline
Nice.
on time and under budget,
Love it.
and I overcame a major obstacle by, and then briefly explain your solution.
Exactly. Quantify your achievements whenever you can.
Quantify.
Yeah, because it allows the interviewer to really see the impact you made.
Okay, question 3 gets into a very critical area.
Let's hear it.
How do you ensure compliance with safety regulations on pipeline construction sites?
This is a big one.
Yeah.
Pipeline construction isn't a joke.
Right.
It can be really dangerous.
Exactly, and you need to show that you take safety seriously.
Absolutely. It's not just checking boxes.
Yeah.
You got to have a deep understanding of those regulations.
And you got to show them that you actively create a culture of safety.
Yeah, RoleCatcher really emphasizes that safety-first culture.
Right. And you can show them that
Yeah, how do you do that?
by talking about how you promote safety within your teams.
Okay.
Through regular training, open communication,
Yeah.
having a zero tolerance policy for any violations.
And give some specific examples.
Right. Examples of safety protocols you've implemented in the past.
Like what kind of things?
Things like comprehensive safety plans, regular audits and inspections, robust worker training programs.
Okay, those are some great examples.
Now, question 4 tackles the money side of things.
Okay, the budget.
Exactly. How do you manage project budgets and ensure that projects are completed within those budget constraints?
So basically, they want to know how you handle the money.
Pretty much.
So be ready to talk about cost estimation, budget tracking, and, finding ways to control those costs without compromising safety or quality.
Right. You can highlight times when you had to make tough decisions.
Yeah.
Maybe negotiate with vendors or find innovative solutions to stay within budget.
And it's okay to talk about times when you had to, like, course correct.
Right, because things don't always go perfect.
Absolutely. Projects rarely go exactly as planned.
So being able to adapt and make adjustments?
It's a valuable skill.
Exactly.
So don't shy away from talking about those situations.
Okay, this next question is closely related to the budget question.
Okay, let's hear it.
How do you manage project timelines and ensure that projects are completed on schedule?
Time is money, as they say.
Exactly. And in this role, you're going to be juggling a lot of tasks.
Multiple projects.
Multiple deadlines.
Lots of moving parts.
So this question is really testing your organizational skills.
Your ability to anticipate delays.
And that proactive communication.
You got to keep everyone informed.
Yeah, so talk about how you use project management frameworks to keep things on track.
Right. RoleCatcher actually mentions Agile and Waterfall specifically.
Oh, yeah. Those are two popular ones.
Agile is about breaking the project down into smaller sprints.
Right.
And Waterfall is more linear.
So it shows you understand different approaches.
Exactly. But the key is demonstrating how you keep everyone informed.
Adapt to changes.
And ultimately deliver those projects on time.
Okay. Question 6 gets into something that's a little tricky.
All right, I'm intrigued.
How do you handle conflicts or disputes on pipeline construction sites?
Yeah, conflict happens.
Construction sites can be pretty high-pressure environments.
Lots of different personalities.
Lots of stress.
Yeah, so conflicts are bound to happen.
And this question is all about showing them.
Showing the interviewer.
Yeah, that you can handle those tough interpersonal situations.
Right, you got to demonstrate those conflict resolution skills.
And come across as someone who can stay calm.
Level-headed.
Exactly.
So active listening is key here.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding different perspectives.
Finding solutions that work for everyone.
And RoleCatcher suggests a 3-step approach.
Oh, tell me about it.
First, you got to identify the root cause of the conflict.
Okay, get to the bottom of it.
Then you got to facilitate communication between the parties.
Make sure everyone feels heard.
Exactly. And then finally, you work together to find a solution.
And you've probably had to do this before, right?
Oh, countless times.
So think of a specific example.
Yeah, a real-life situation where you successfully navigated a conflict.
Walk them through it.
Yeah, explain the steps you took, the outcome.
It shows them you don't just know the theory.
You've actually done it.
You've been there.
Exactly. And remember, stay calm, stay professional.
Uh-huh.
Focus on finding that common ground.
All right, question 7 is all about staying ahead of the curve.
Okay. Staying current.
Yeah. How do you stay up to date with the latest technologies and trends in the pipeline industry?
This industry is constantly evolving.
You got to show them that you're committed to continuous learning.
Absolutely.
You can talk about your involvement in professional organizations.
Okay, yeah, industry conferences.
Online forums.
All great ways to stay in the loop.
Exactly. And, if you have any relevant certifications.
Like the CPP.
Yeah, the Certified Pipeline Professional.
Definitely mention that.
It shows you're serious about your profession.
And make sure to personalize this answer a bit.
Okay.
Like, is there a specific technology that you're really excited about?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about why it's important to you.
That shows that you're genuinely interested.
Passionate about the field.
Right, and not just going through the motions.
Exactly.
Now, question 8 dives into your leadership abilities.
Okay, let's lead.
How do you manage and motivate teams to achieve those project goals?
So this is all about showing them that you can inspire people.
Yeah, delegate tasks effectively.
Give constructive feedback.
And foster a really collaborative team environment.
Yeah, you got to create that sense of teamwork.
So again, think about specific examples.
Right, times when you successfully led a team through a tough challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you mentored someone or created a really positive work environment.
Exactly. Those examples really bring your leadership style to life.
And remember, it's not just about managing those tasks.
It's about managing people.
Connecting with your team, understanding their strengths.
Motivating them.
Yeah, helping them be their best.
Okay, moving on to question number 9.
What's next?
This one's about client management.
Okay, keeping the clients happy.
Exactly. How do you ensure that projects are completed to the satisfaction of clients?
Client relationships are everything in this business.
Yeah, you got to build those strong, lasting relationships.
For sure.
So talk about your approach to communication, feedback mechanisms, quality control.
And those moments where you went above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like, did you deliver a project ahead of schedule?
Maybe save the client money.
Those are the stories that make an impact.
And it's not just about fixing problems.
No, it's about preventing them.
Right.
You got to set clear expectations from the start.
Maintained open communication.
And be responsive to feedback.
That builds trust.
Absolutely.
Finally, we arrive at question number 10.
The final hurdle.
How do you ensure compliance with environmental regulations on pipeline construction sites?
Right. Environmental regulations are no joke.
You can't ignore them.
So this is your chance to demonstrate that you understand those regulations.
Mm-hmm.
Things like environmental impact assessment,
Erosion control measures,
spill prevention plans,
all those critical protocols.
and highlight your experience with implementing these measures on past projects.
Show your commitment to minimizing environmental impact.
Right. And again, specific examples are key.
Did you use a specific construction technique to minimize land disturbance?
Or implement a robust monitoring program.
Yeah, those details show that you're not just talking the talk.
You're walking the walk.
Exactly.
And, if you have any relevant certifications or training, mention that too.
It adds to your credibility.
For sure.
So there you have it.
The 10 crucial questions.
The RoleCatcher highlights.
They're a great starting point.
But there's another layer to this prep that I find super fascinating.
Okay, tell me more.
RoleCatcher's AI tools.
Oh, yeah. These tools are awesome.
They can really be game changers.
Imagine having an AI co-pilot that helps you tailor your resume and cover letter.
And it's not just generic advice.
Right. It's specifically targeted to the Pipeline Superintendent role.
Based on the actual job description you're targeting.
Yeah, it helps highlight the most relevant skills and experience.
It's like having a personal resume writer.
Who knows exactly what those hiring managers are looking for?
And it goes beyond just the resume and cover letter.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
The AI can analyze your practice interview answers.
Oh, wow.
And give you feedback.
That's incredible.
Like point out areas where you can be more concise.
Okay.
Where you can add more impact.
Uh-huh.
And even suggest ways to align your answers with the specific job requirements.
It's like having a personal interview coach in your pocket.
Exactly.
I love it.
So stay tuned because in the next part of this deep dive, we're going to explore how RoleCatcher's AI
can really take your interview prep to the next level
and give you that competitive edge.
You're not going to want to miss it. And you can access all of this with a free RoleCatcher account.
Wow, that's amazing.
So no excuses.
Right, if you're serious about acing that interview, these tools are definitely worth checking out.
For sure.
But let's zoom back in on some of those interview questions.
Okay.
Where the AI can really be super helpful.
Yeah, like which ones?
Yeah. Like that safety first question.
Okay.
How do you ensure compliance with safety regulations on pipeline construction sites?
Right, safety is huge.
It's not enough to just know the rules.
You got to live them.
You got to show them that you're proactive.
Yeah, and that you go above and beyond.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher's Career Guide actually digs into some key areas here.
Like what?
Things like pipeline integrity management, construction safety, worker training.
Yeah, those are all super important.
So how can the AI help with that question?
Well, let's say you've written a practice answer where you mention implementing a safety training program. The AI might suggest, great, now add some specifics. Like what kind of training did you implement? Did you track worker progress?
Oh, interesting.
Did you see a reduction in incidents after the training?
Right, those details really matter.
They paint a much clearer picture for the interviewer.
It's like having someone point out exactly where you can add more depth.
Yeah, more impact to your answers.
Exactly. And it can even help you tailor your responses to the specific company.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, the company you're interviewing with.
Yeah, how so?
Like, let's say the company emphasizes technology in their safety practices.
Okay.
RoleCatcher's AI might suggest you mention your experience with remote monitoring systems.
Oh, wow.
Or drone inspections.
Right.
So you're showing them that you've done your research.
You've done your homework.
And you're aligning yourself with their priorities.
That's smart.
Okay. Let's shift gears to another question where the AI can really shine.
All right.
How do you ensure compliance with environmental regulations on pipeline construction sites?
Another big one.
Yeah, environmental impact is a huge concern.
Absolutely.
And RoleCatcher's Career Guide emphasizes the importance of environmental impact assessments, spill prevention, erosion control, waste management.
All crucial stuff.
So how can someone use the AI to make their answers on this topic stand out?
Well, let's say you mention your experience with erosion control measures.
Okay.
The AI might suggest, go a step further and quantify the impact.
Okay.
Like, did your erosion control plan reduce soil loss by a certain percentage?
Interesting.
Did it help the project avoid fines or penalties?
Oh, wow.
Did it receive any recognition for its environmental sensitivity?
Right. Adding those numbers.
Yeah. Quantify it.
Really strengthens your answer.
Absolutely.
And it's not just about adding numbers.
Right.
The AI can also help you frame your experience in a way that aligns with the company's values.
Like their mission.
Yeah, like let's say the company has a strong commitment to sustainability.
Fair.
RoleCatcher's AI might suggest you highlight your experience with using recycled materials.
Oh, cool.
Or implementing green construction practices.
You're showing them that you share their values.
Exactly. You're connecting the dots.
Between your expertise and their priorities.
All right, I want to go back to a question we touched on earlier.
Okay, which one?
How do you stay up to date with the latest technologies and trends in the pipeline industry?
Right. That one's pretty broad.
Yeah, a lot of people struggle with it.
Because it's so open-ended.
Exactly. But it's a great opportunity.
To show your passion.
Right.
And your commitment to learning.
So how can you make your answers stand out?
Well, RoleCatcher's career guide mentions things like professional organizations, industry conferences,
online forums.
All great ways to stay current.
Yeah, but everyone can say they read industry journals.
Right. You got to be more specific.
So how does the AI help?
Well, imagine you've mentioned attending industry conferences.
Okay.
The AI might suggest you name a specific conference you attended recently.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe highlight a presentation that inspired you.
Okay.
Or even mention a new technology you learned about.
Right.
That you're excited to implement.
You're showing genuine engagement.
Making your answer more memorable.
And the AI can help you connect your answer to the company's specific needs.
Yeah. So...
For example, if the company's investing heavily in a particular technology,
okay,
RoleCatcher's AI might suggest you mention your interest in that technology.
Okay.
And your willingness to learn more about it.
So you're aligning yourself with their strategic direction.
Exactly.
That's smart.
I love how RoleCatcher's AI helps you think strategically.
Yeah, it's not just about answering questions.
It's about crafting a narrative.
Showcasing your expertise.
And aligning with the company's goals.
Exactly. Showing them that you're not just qualified.
You're the perfect fit.
The ideal candidate. It's a chance to gather information to help you decide if this is the right job for you.
Yeah, it's not just about being polite.
No, it shows you're really interested.
You've been thinking critically about the role.
Exactly. Instead of asking generic questions, focus on things specific to the company or the role.
Okay.
For example, you could ask about their approach to professional development, their biggest challenges in the coming year.
Oh, interesting.
Or what they see as the most exciting opportunities in the pipeline industry.
Right. Asking insightful questions.
Not only gives you valuable information.
It makes a good impression.
Absolutely. It shows you're engaged and you're already thinking like you're part of the team.
And RoleCatcher's AI can help with this too.
Oh, yeah. How so?
It can help you brainstorm those insightful questions.
Wow.
Based on the specific job description and the company profile.
It's like having a research assistant.
Exactly.
Working behind the scenes.
Making sure you're asking the right question.
That's incredible.
So RoleCatcher's AI really is the ultimate interview companion.
It really is.
It helps you tailor your resume, refine your answers, strategize your questions.
And it makes sure you're presenting yourself in the best possible light.
So you're armed with all this knowledge now.
Yeah, you've got the inside scoop.
On how to approach those pipeline superintendent interview questions.
The strategies, the insights.
And you've got RoleCatcher's AI tools at your disposal.
To fine-tune your approach.
But before we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to emphasize.
Okay, what's that?
Technical skills and experience are important.
Of course.
But they're not the only things that matter.
What else should our listener be thinking about?
You got to bring your authentic self to the interview.
Oh, yeah. Be yourself.
Let your passion shine through.
Show them who you really are.
Share your unique perspective.
Yeah, don't be afraid to stand out.
Show the interviewer that you're not just qualified.
Right.
You're passionate and dedicated.
You're eager to contribute.
To their team.
And to the industry as a whole.
Yeah, show them the person behind the resume.
The leader who's ready to take on the challenge.
And RoleCatcher has so many resources to help you.
Their career guides, interview prep materials, the AI tools.
Everything you need to succeed.
So go check it out.
As you prepare for your interview.
Yeah.
Remember, you've got this.
You've got the knowledge, the tools, the passion.
Go out there and be confident.
Be yourself.
Show them why you're the perfect fit.
Good luck.
We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.